Good morning, everyone. It's Anne Sinclair from Digestive Detective. I sent out in my email this week that I would be talking about exercise over the course of the week. So today's the first one, and it's what is exercise is my first one. So we're all told what to do, that we should do it for our health, but what are some specifics in terms of what exercise is and how it's classed, and can we overdo it, and what should be eating to get the most out of our exercise sessions. Now, I've always been a bit of an exerciser and a bit of a mover, so if you've followed me for a while, you might have seen last year I went to the Camino for 30 days. I bushwalk a lot. I go to the effort, have started at the gym in the last sort of 3 or 4 months, which has been really great. And so I like to get a mix of both cardio and strength training. And so what does that mean? Those terms actually mean for exercise and how that affects your body. So when we talk about exercise, you may hear that exercise is being classed as aerobic or anaerobic. When I think of aerobic exercise, I think of Jane Fonda in the 70s and 80s doing her thing on the telly with the G-string tights and a lycra leggings and all that sort of stuff, or Olivia Newton-John with a headband doing physical. So that's what I think when I hear about aerobic exercises. So an anaerobic exercise often refers to whether or not oxygen is required at a cellular level to aid in the energy production and utilization for that activity. So as the name suggests, aerobic requires oxygen, anaerobic doesn't require oxygen. So the type of energy production you need is dependent on the activity that you're doing. So to start with, I'm going to run through quickly through the exercise guidelines, which even though they're American, our Australian guidelines are based on them. So the American Heart Association for Healthy Adults from 18 to 65, which we use as a guide here. So basically they're saying that the guidelines are used to promote and maintain good health. Yeah. So number 2 is that healthy adults 18 to 65 years should perform moderate intensity aerobic activity for a minimum of 5 days a week for half an hour or 20 minutes, 3 days a week if you're doing vigorous activities. So when you talk about aerobic activities, we're talking about exercise which elevates your heart rate and keeps it up for at least 10 consecutive minutes. So essentially that's what some of us call cardio. So that can be at a moderate intensity, that could be a brisk walk, a light jog. A vigorous activity is when your heart rate is noticeably, so you can actually feel it pumping through your body. For me, I'm often wheezing, and your breath becomes much more rapid. You find it difficult to catch your breath in some instances. So why am I talking about exercise this week? Well, we all know exercise is good for us. And it's good for our heart health, it's good for our muscle strength, it's good for our mobility, it's good for our bone health, but it's also great for our mental health. So as I'm the Digestive Detective, I want to tell you how the impact that exercise will have on your gut health. So I'd love for you to join me tomorrow where we can dive a bit deeper into the connection. So you can book in for a free 15-minute if you need extra advice around anything this week, or if you've got questions you want to ask me about something, please book in. If you would love to help me share or make a comment so Facebook can see it and other people can see it from that'd be terrific. A lot of effort goes into making these things, thanks Jenna. So it would be really terrific if you could help by liking and sharing them to me. And tomorrow we're going to talk about the physiology of the gut connection and how that impacts with the exercise we're doing and how it impacts our gut. So I look forward to seeing you then. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.